The year is 1971. The U.S. Army is facing a crisis of faith. Their multi-billion-dollar project, the futuristic MBT-70, lies dead in the water, a technological and financial disaster. But the Soviet threat hasn't vanished. Quite the opposite. T-72s are rolling off assembly lines, modern, powerful, and ready to sweep across Europe. America needed a savior. They needed a tank that was simple, reliable, and utterly deadly. They needed a vehicle born not of dreams, but of hard, brutal lessons learned. This is the origin story of the M1 Abrams, a tank forged in the crucible of failure. We'll uncover the secrets of its unstoppable armor, the political battles that almost killed it, and the hidden technology that made it the most feared tank on Earth. The M1 program, initially designated the XM1, faced one non-negotiable requirement. It must be invulnerable to Soviet rounds. The solution came not from American labs, but from a clandestine partnership, the mysterious British Chobham Armor. What is Chobham? It wasn't steel. It was a secret blend of ceramic plates, metals, and composite layers, designed to shatter the kinetic energy of shells and nullify the threat of heat warheads. This armor was so critical, so sensitive, that its composition was, and largely remains, a state secret. Imagine the pressure. Engineers were building an armor system they couldn't fully test against their own most powerful shells, because the results were classified even from many involved in the project. The decision to stake the West's defense on this invisible shield was arguably the greatest technological gamble of the Cold War. This commitment to protection meant compromise elsewhere. The early M1s were armed with the older 105mm gun, temporarily accepting less firepower to guarantee survivability. A painful but pragmatic decision. Perhaps the most polarizing decision was the heart of the M1, the revolutionary AGT-1500 Gas Turbine Engine. This engine was a technological marvel, borrowing jet engine technology to deliver a monstrous 1,500 horsepower. The pros were astonishing. Silent operation, making the Abrams incredibly stealthy for a 60-ton tank, and instant, bone-jarring acceleration. The power-to-weight ratio gave the M1 the mobility of a medium tank, allowing it to execute the fast-paced, fluid warfare doctrine needed in Europe. But the cost was nearly fatal. The turbine was a maintenance nightmare, and, even more damning, a fuel guzzler of epic proportions. The Abrams required its own separate fuel logistics chain, drastically complicating battlefield operations. Political rivals called it the most thirsty tank in history. The men who designed it fought for this engine, knowing that speed and silence were critical to surprise and survival against the sheer numbers of the Warsaw Pact. They risked their careers on the turbine, believing that its tactical advantage outweighed the logistical burden. They were right, but the victory was hard-won. For over a decade, the M1 Abrams was the West's shield, feared but untested. Then came Operation Desert Storm in 1991. The M1 was finally unleashed against Iraqi forces, many of whom were using the very Soviet tanks the M1 was built to destroy. The results were catastrophic for the enemy. Upgraded M1A1s, now armed with the superior German-designed 120mm smoothbore gun, decimated the Iraqi armor. The combination of its powerful cannon, deadly silent movements, and devastatingly accurate fire control systems resulted in battles that were less engagements and more massacres. The Chobham Armor proved its worth tenfold. Numerous M1s took direct hits from T-72 shells, surviving with minimal internal damage, allowing the crews to drive the tanks off the battlefield. The tank's design philosophy, protect the crew first, was validated under the most extreme pressure. The Abrams achieved a 100% crew survivability rate in many engagements. The M1 was no longer just a technological deterrent. It was the undisputed champion of the battlefield, transforming the very definition of armored warfare in less than 100 hours of combat. The M1 Abrams is more than metal and horsepower. It's a symbol of survival, forged from past failures, a commitment to protecting the soldier above all else, and a silent behemoth that redefined an era. Its story is one of relentless innovation under the shadow of extinction. But the Abrams story isn't over. With new threats and technology, it continues to evolve. Historians, tell me, what hidden upgrade or future innovation do you believe is currently being developed for the M1 Abrams to ensure its dominance for the next 50 years? Share your theories in the comments section below. If you want to keep exploring the history of warfare, the technology, and the high-stakes decisions that shaped our world, make sure to smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thank you for watching.